Again, guys, remember, I'm real with you. I'm not Mr. Hockey. I would have had to have done a lot of research to find out different names about hockey, but the Howes and this next family also popped out in my head. This is the thing that really I liked about this article, is that a lot of the things I thought of were the things that he picked for his name. So he's got that going for him. But the second family in the NHL is the Hulls. Okay, the Hulls family. You got Bobby and Brett Hull. Both played a combined 42 seasons. And they had 3,199 points just between the two of them. Now, that doesn't mean if they had a third, they would have picked up that extra 600 or so. But still very impressive. Again, Bobby led the way with over 1,800 points, and Brett came in with almost 1,400 points in his career. So, that's awesome. That's just cool to see when fathers and sons, and they have such an effect on each other that they end up in the same profession, especially and get the chance in a professional sport like that. Moving on to the NFL, he found out that and noted that Ryan Ford did, that there's over 224 sets of father and son combinations throughout NFL history. That is super impressive. And as his favorite, or the best family, he put the Mannings. Archie, Peyton, and Eli. Archie played 12 seasons. Peyton played, 100 years or something? No, he played, I think, 18 or 19 seasons. And Eli's still actively playing in his, I believe, 13th season now. Peyton and Eli, hey, they each have 2 Super Bowl rings. Peyton's got another 2 Super Bowl appearances. Archie was revolutionary, pretty much, in the way he scrambled and played the position at the time. Very similar to Fran Tarkenton. Not quite in the same league, but very similar. And he played for a bunch of NFL teams. Now, their big stat, those 3 quarterbacks, because they all played quarterback, have passed for a combined 140,042 yards. That's 790-plus miles that they threw for while playing professional football. So very impressive. That's a cool stat for their family that they'll always keep. This is the first family that actually popped into my head when I thought of NFL families, and it's the Matthews family. Most of you will know Clay Matthews now, who plays for the Green Bay Packers, Clay Matthews III. Some of the older listeners that I have, you're going to know Bruce Matthews and Clay Jr. Clay Sr. played back in the 50s, okay? Clay Jr.'s kids are Clay Matthews III and Casey Matthews. They're both active linebackers in the NFL currently. Bruce Matthews was a long-time offensive lineman. His 2 sons, Kevin and Jake, Kevin had a 3 or 4 year NFL career, and Jake is currently playing, I believe, for the Falcons right now. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of the Matthews family that have played in the NFL for a number of seasons. All the way from grandpa to son to brother and uncle to grandsons and sons. I mean, that's an impressive football family right there. Major League Baseball, again, the first family I thought of comes in as Ford's runner-up. That's the Griffeys. He put his favorite as the Bonds with Barry and Bobby. Barry and Bobby are 2 out of 8 players in the history of the game that have 300 home runs and 300 steals. So that's very impressive. That predates all of Barry Bonds and his performance-enhancing drug possibilities and that whole era of question about baseball. So even without that nonsense, he still is one of 2 of 8 that accomplished that feat. No matter how you feel about him, he did that. Now combine their home run totals, father and son, 1,094 home runs between the 2 of them. We all know Barry currently sits the home run record at 762 career home runs. And Bobby had a good career too, 362 home runs for Bobby. Bobby played alongside Willie Mays on some very good Giants teams himself. So I could understand and make the argument for the Bonds family. To me, it's the Griffeys, because Griffey, to me, he's my all-time favorite player next to Rickey Henderson, who coincidentally is Ken Griffey Jr.'s favorite player. I found that out on a baseball card when I was a kid. It was like some kind of Legends card or something. But anyway, Ken Griffey Sr. and Ken Griffey Jr., they should be first, just in my opinion, because they're the only father and son combo to actually play a game together. On August 31st, 1990, Ken Griffey Jr. and Ken Griffey Sr. played together for the Seattle Mariners. A couple weeks later, that same season, they actually did something even cooler, in my opinion. They went back-to-back and hit back-to-back home runs. One of the coolest highlights, probably one of the coolest experiences a father and son could have together, outside of maybe doing the same thing at a championship. And speaking of championships, we got NBA families to talk about tonight. Mr. Ford, in his article, put the Currys as his favorite NBA family. Hey, they're hot. They're popular, right? Steph's playing in the NBA title. Why not throw them in there first? You got, Dell was the Hornets' all-time leading scorer. Now, there's a new Hornets team, so I don't know if those stats carry over or how that all works out, but he's currently the leading scorer all-time for the Hornets. He was a 40% three-point shooter, so we know where Steph got that from. And he's got a brother, Seth, who plays for the Kings. Combined, this trio, right? This trio has 2,888 three-pointers in their career. And that number, based on how Steph shoots, is just going to continue to go up. Now, Ryan goes ahead and he puts his second best NBA family as the Berries. Rick, John, Brent, and Drew. 4 players, all played in the NBA. All of them but Brent, at some point, played for Golden State. We all know Rick Barry, another Golden State. Here's a Golden State again. They like to get these families, apparently. Family connections with the NBA. Rick Barry was a Golden State great. 12-time All-Star. He's in the Hall of Fame. One family that came to mind that they've talked about in this playoffs is the Thompsons. Klay Thompson and Michael Thompson played for the Lakers back in the 80s. So, we got multiple family connections going on in the finals tonight with Golden State. Other names that popped into my head while I was thinking about this topic were Muhammad and Layla Ali in boxing, 2 great boxing champions. Layla Ali is probably the greatest female boxing champion, where Muhammad Ali is and probably will forever be the greatest male boxing champion there ever was. Another one that quickly popped into my head was the Nortons, Ken Norton Jr. and Ken Norton, in 2 different athletic fields, boxing and the NFL. Ken Norton Jr. currently now is working with the Oakland Raiders as a defensive coordinator. This one I liked growing up because I liked the Expos. I liked that we had the Denver Zephyrs in town and they were connected to the Expos. But the Alou family, Felipe and Moises Alou. Felipe was a great manager for years and years, and Moises was a constant pro. He broke down a little bit at the end of his career there with the Cubs, but that's another family that just stuck out. And one that I didn't see in any articles, I had to go searching for just a different example outside of the major sports, was the Earnhardts. I don't know why this one didn't click to me, but Dale and Dale Jr. in racing. That's another great father and son combination there. So, there's many father and son relationships throughout sports, father and daughter relationships throughout sports. Like I said, there's over 224 families combinations that have been in the NFL. I could have done 4 or 5 shows probably just on all the different fathers, mothers, daughters, sons that are in professional sports. So very cool, very cool. And now I just want to, at this point in the show, I want to do a shout out to my dad on Father's Day. For those of you listening that know, and for those who don't, my dad and I had the unique relationship of father and son, of friends, and of coach and player. He was my Little League football coach. He was my Little League baseball coach. We played for the Aurora Youth League, Wildcat Gold, for both football and baseball. Football by far, as I've said on the show many times, that was my wheelhouse. That was what I enjoyed the most. And we won league titles. We won state titles. We went to a national championship out in Vegas and took third. But what I got out of the football side was, don't ever let what you've done be what you're going to be. Yes, you made that play. Yes, we had a good game. But now there's more work to do. Don't stop there. Continue going on. Continue to make yourself better and want to be great. In baseball, we didn't win multiple titles in baseball. We did get one title in baseball my last year of youth league baseball. We were close many times. We had some good seasons. We had some great guys on the team, great memories. And actually recently through Facebook, I've been able to reconnect with a lot of my old teammates and see how they're doing and where their kids are at. And having my dad out there as a coach and seeing him interact with the other guys, it made it more like a family, like a brotherhood. It made us want to play for each other all that much more. It made it that much more fun. To see him and interact with him and have him not favor me, not just be, oh, this is my boy, I'm going to start him, I'm going to put him out there and give him special treatment. But have him treat me like one of the team. That was so important. That helped my learning and my growth so much in my understanding of what teamwork and hard work and being part of the process was, of learning respect, determination, not to give up, how to trust the person next to me. There's so many lessons you can learn from team sports, and I'm so glad that my dad and my mom put me in positions and made the sacrifices that they needed to make sure I was out on the field and I could be a part of that and I could learn those lessons and I could have the experiences I had of winning titles and having bad seasons. There were seasons we barely won. I'm telling y'all, I could not hit a baseball until my last year of Little League. There was one season, I think I had a batting average of like .08, but I had an on-base percentage of like 400 because I got hit. Every time the ball came inside, instead of moving, I just put my hand out. Now, granted, this was one of my first couple years of real pitch baseball, and I didn't mind getting hit. Again, I was a football guy. I didn't mind the contact. But my dad let me be me. He let me go ahead and get in trouble and figure my way out and learn those lessons. I was the only boy. I have an older sister and a younger sister. Love them both. But I got freedoms to do things, to go and experience, to learn and stand on my own feet. And these are things that at the time, you don't see, you don't understand. You have to get older. You have to become a father to learn some of the lessons or realize the lessons or the experiences or the way you were brought up and appreciate those even more. So with that being said, I just want to say to all the dads out there, Happy Father's Day. To my dad, love you. Hope you had a great Father's Day too. Until next time, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in on this Father's Day. Thanks for all the love I've been getting. My listens are way up. Thank you to anybody who's downloaded my app from the Google Play Store. Everybody who's following me on Facebook at Real Deal Sports Talk with KP. On Twitter at Real Deal KVP. You can find parts of my shows on YouTube. Soon, I'll do a Skype episode soon for everybody. I just appreciate the love. Please continue to listen. Grow with me. I'll grow with you. We'll chat. We'll hang out. Until next time, everybody, be real.